Hi and welcome to the first in a series of videos to help you with getting palCentre right. Each of the letters in the right stands for something important. The first in the series is R for residence. The first thing you'll need to do, of course, is add residence to palCentre. So that's where we're starting. So I'm going to teach you in this brief session to how to add a resident and how to edit a resident. So let's bring up palCentre. Here's what the landing screen of palCentre will look like after you've logged in. Up the top, you will see a lot of tabs. So the first one here is residents. There's a reports tab, users, aged care home, settings, about, extract, log out, and help. More on these later, but today we're going to focus on residents. So let's click on the residents tab. In this is our test site. You'll see some residents are already listed. If this is the first resident you are adding, this page will be blank. But if not, it will have a list of the residents you currently have in your aged care home entered into palCentre. This is where you'll go when you need to add a new resident. So that resident may be brand new to your aged care home, for example, a new admission, or it may be an existing resident that you're entering into palCentre and the PACOT program for the first time. So let's add a resident together. So the first thing you do in the residents tab is click on the top right hand corner purple tabs that says add a new resident. You'll see that opens a pop-up window with some personal information and some Indigenous status and demographic information. We simply need to fill out these fields. The first field is resident identifier, and that is unique to your aged care home. That's something that you select. For today, I'm just going to put in ACH for aged care home and 910. Moving over to date of birth, this is simply where you enter a date of birth. And for the surname, you simply add the resident's surname. I'm going to put in a colour. And then you choose from the drop-down menu, just click on the select and it'll open a drop-down menu. You choose the resident's sex. And now into the other section, you select a country of birth. I'm going to select Australia here and English. If these were something else, I'll show you how to fix those later. And it's important to select an Indigenous status so that care can be culturally appropriate. And finally, the very important step is to click Save. Now, if I wanted to, let's say I made a mistake with that resident, I need to go back and change something. So you can see here, I just entered that resident, pale pink. And so you can see if I click on any line, it highlights it as grey. So that means that's the line I'm looking at, I want to work on. So let's edit pale pink. Let's say I got the date of birth wrong. You can see if I move across their line, there's a range of symbols. If I hover over them, they will show you what they're about with a little tip on the screen. So if I hover over the pen, you can see it says edit resident details. Let's click on that together. Again, that opens up the very same window we were just working in. Oh, I put the wrong date of birth there. It shouldn't be 1978. So simply click in that field and I'm going to change it to 1958. And let's say I want to change the country. I put the wrong country in. So you click Other and you can see the Specify tab opens up. If I start typing in the country, let's say I'm typing in Italy, you don't have to type it all. You can see it gradually comes up. Once it's highlighted, select Enter. And let's say I want to change the language now to Italian. And then to highlight that, you can use the arrow keys to scroll down and press Enter. And now I realize I put the wrong status. So I've changed that status, and now if I click save, all of those details will be saved. And that is how simple it is to both add a resident and edit their details. Stay tuned for the next one, which is about initiating a status.